So, question. How many people you know that are sick right now? Because every time I turn around, someone is sick, coughing, sneezing, blowing their nose. I know Colin right now is going through a box of tissues a day. He just is constantly blowing his nose, which is a good thing. You know, it's not kind of hanging out in his head and causing a sinus infection or chest congestion, which is what used to happen. And we would be on nebs and inhalers, and steroids would be kept in my refrigerator. We figured out a routine that helps him, and I thought I would share that with everybody. They get up in the morning, they eat a healthy breakfast. After their breakfast, they take their Mighty Pro. Mighty Pro is a pre and probiotic. They say it tastes like a little pixie stick, just a little sugar. They pop the top off and down the hatch it goes. They do that once a day. Anything that you read today is about gut health and promoting good gut health and fighting off bacteria, infection. The gut is the key to keeping your body healthy. It's linked to a lot of autoimmune disorders. You have good gut health. You know, just Google probiotics, prebiotics, the reasons why you want to do them. You'll find a lot of information there. But for us, we choose Young Living because they are all natural, all plant-based products. There aren't things in there that I can't pronounce or synthetic items. A pediatrician is not somebody that always recommended my kids to do vitamins because my kids are very good, healthy eaters. So I'm not somebody that was promoting taking vitamins. But this supplement for my kids I will use along with the Ningxia to help keep them healthy. So they do the Mighty Pro. Then after that, they do their Thieves Roller, their Immunity Roller, which is thieves, frank, lemon, oregano, purification, all in a roller. They put on their big toe in the middle of their foot. They do it before bedtime and in the morning before they go to school. We double up in the morning because it seems to help us more when fighting off bacteria. And the oregano is a good addition in there. It helps fight off the norovirus, the GI bug. It's immune boosting. It's definitely something you want to add to your immunity roller, especially if you're on Essential Rewards. You want to add that in there this month and keep it, the oregano in your immunity roller. It really does help. Knock on wood. You know, I don't even want to say it because everybody's been posting about how sick they've been with this certain virus, and I don't even want to say it. So we have been lucky enough not to have to deal with that little bug. We'll take the sniffles. After that, since Colin is having this sinus pressure and issue, he uses his sinus roller, which is lemon, lavender, peppermint, and copaiba. He will put it across his sinuses, not close to the eyes, but across the sinuses, his temples, his forehead, behind his ears, and the base of his neck. He'll do that as much as he needs throughout the course of the day. It does have lemon in it, so you want to be careful being out in the sun, but we're not really outside because you know, we're not outside right now. But if it's in the summertime, we are very careful and we use a lot of sunblock on the face and any area that he does put the sinus roller on. If he is going to be outside for a prolonged period of time, I don't use the sinus roller. I make a nasal inhaler with all those oils and he just inhales it and sniffs it. And that's exactly what he does at school. The other thing that he does at school, I give him a nasal inhaler with Raven and RC in it. Helps with the cough, the tickle, that dry tickle cough sometimes that you get. He also uses the Thieves cough drops, which are very helpful for him. He only takes like 2 or 3 to school for the day, and they really help him. He doesn't really like the taste of them, but he does it because he knows it helps him. It soothes his dry throat and helps prevent that sore throat that you get from coughing and the postnasal drip. I also make a chest rub out of these, a little bit of coconut oil, a couple drops each, put it in a roller, and he puts it on his chest in the morning and at night. We put it on the front and the back of his chest. It's also really good to diffuse these if you have a really kind of junky, yucky cough. This really helps with that cough. The other thing we do, I've added Exodus 2. It's a really good anti-inflammatory, helps fight bacteria. We add this to the spine with a little bit of coconut oil before bedtime. This helps boost the immunity. It smells really good. It's got a lot of cinnamon bark in it. It also has a child-proof safety cap. So I like this one a lot too. thieves, again, I can't tell you enough about the thieves. I diffuse thieves constantly. The kids sit downstairs and watch TV, so I'm diffusing thieves in orange, thieves in peppermint, thieves in citrus fresh, sometimes just thieves. Mostly at nighttime when they go to bed, I'm doing the thieves in the diffuser when they're sleeping, and I'm applying sleep oils like Rudavella or Tranquil across their pillow or on their wrist. They really enjoy that. Or we do some white angelica with some coconut oil on their wrist and you know, the kind of the front of their neck where they can kind of smell it when they're sleeping. I prefer to diffuse the thieves or the sinus blend or the chest coughing blend and then apply oils for sleep if they need it. They always need it. Another one that's a really good one for cough is Ravinsara. Ravinsara is another really good, helps with the chest congestion, chest cough. Breathe Again is a really good one that we keep always in the sports bag. We do this before indoor soccer, before basketball. Kids are outside running and it's really cold and tight. Put the Breathe Again across their chest. It helps open them up. The other thing I'd use this for is before the shower. You know, if they're feeling kind of tight and coughing, again, it's mostly Colin. We rub this on their chest and they get in a hot shower and they really feel them opening up. Michael was having some sinus issues and I made him sinus bombs, which are capsules. I just get the 00 veggie caps, fill them with lemon, lavender, peppermint, oregano, and a drop of frankincense with some grapeseed oil. I can post that recipe. I think I have that somewhere on the page as well, but I can post it up underneath here. Store them in the freezer for a few times a day, and he would take one in the morning, and he would not need one the rest of the day, even though I told him if he came home from school, have a little snack, take the capsule if he needed it. But he said he felt fine. He didn't need it. The other really good coughing, congestion, inflammation one that I prefer for Colin, it's an expectorant as well. If you feel like you have to cough something up and you can't, it's Tsuga. I just don't have it in front of me. I just forgot to grab it. Tsuga. It is a really good expectorant, cough, asthma, bronchodilator. So if you have someone in your family who suffers from allergy-induced asthma, kind of like similar to, I can explain to Colin, where he gets a cold and then it goes right to his chest. The Tsuga is a really good option to keep in your house. You only need a few drops of it. Rub it on the chest and back. You can layer it. I prefer to layer oils. I feel like they work a little bit better for Colin and the kids when they layer them. I'll put a few drops of Raven and RC with some coconut oil, rub it on my hands, put it on their front and their back, their chest and their back, and then I will layer the Tsuga and maybe some cypress, because cypress really helps with the cough as well. The steaming also really is helpful. Cypress, peppermint, Tsuga, lemon. You can put like a hot bowl of water, boil some water, put in a bowl, put the water in, drop 1 or 2 drops of the oils in, let it kind of air out a little bit, because if you go head first right away, it can be a little like take your breath away. Put a towel over and just sit there and steam, and let the steam, you know, help open up your airway, especially the nasal passages. Cypress is very good about helping with the nasal passages and help opening everything up. And the peppermint is really good. Believe it or not, Digize. Digize is an antifungal, anti-inflammatory, antiseptic. It's got all these great oils in it. It's called a blend, so it has all these great oils in it. Put it across the bridge of your nose if you can stand the smell. It's kind of a tough smell to get past, but Digize really does help with sinus congestion. You just kind of put it right across the bridge of your nose, or make a capsule and swallow it, and, you know, eat something first, and then put the Digize with a little bit of grapeseed oil. And then I tell people, if you like yogurt, maybe eat your yogurt after you take the Digize or any capsule, because it'll help it not repeat on you a little bit. Sometimes if you're not eating enough, the oils in the capsules can tend to repeat on you a little bit. The other thing that I do as an adult, I don't give to the kids, because like I said, I'm not really huge with supplements with the kids. Michael more so, that he's a little older and he's kind of over that 100-pound mark, but I like them to be a little bit bigger. Super C, Inner Defense, ImmuPro. All great options. Super C's for, you know, the vitamin C, Inner Defense, tons of oils for immune boosting, and ImmuPro has melatonin in it and helps you sleep.